All right, this is number 7, I think. I have to make sure I keep count here. And I just finished listening to Mother, which was incredibly beautiful. I guess I didn't have a lot to say in the moment because I was just soaking it in. But here we are at Goodbye Blue Sky, and I have a little guess that I'm seeing the word blue here, and I remember in the beginning, Baby Blue. I'm wondering if Goodbye Blue Sky is sort of a play on words and also an indication that he's leaving childhood. So that's my little guess. I don't know if it's correct, but let's see how it develops. Nice opening with the birds.
Look, Mummy, there's an airplane up in the sky.
Are those French horns? It sounds so innocent, but at the same time, it sounds like there's something dark under the surface. I don't know where this is going, but I guess I've heard enough of the songs on this album to understand that a lot of this is kind of dark and touches on some uncomfortable elements. But this opening, somehow the little birds, and then, of course, birds are up in the sky. I can just imagine them up against the blue sky. And then that airplane, it sounded, the sound quality of it was dark. But then the child's voice throws us back to the innocence and the childlikeness. And even this little introductory vocal line here that we're hearing, it's sweet and nice, but at the same time there's this depth to it that makes it feel like there's something under the surface that is not what it should be, or that maybe we're going to have to face at some point. All right, going on.
Did you see the frightened ones?
Ooh.
Did you hear the falling bombs? Did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter when the promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky?
Wow, what a line. It's I want to hear that again. That's what I want to do.
Did you see the frightened ones?
Yeah, that chord change there is really scary and unnerving.
frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? Did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter?
And then this walking down.
Promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky.
So, the first time we get to this chord change here, oops, let's make sure that I'm marking, right here, it's so unexpected. It comes again when when the music repeats on the next question, right? Because there's a lot of repetition happening here. He's using this technique of setting questions to the same rhythm, the same notes and so forth. But the first time it comes, it's so unexpected and unsettling. And then, because we've been prepared for it, it comes back the second time. It's not so unsettling. It feels like we were there before. And so it just becomes this sequence of questions where you feel like, even though he's only asked 2 questions, we feel like we've been placed in a series of questions that are being asked over and over and over and over again. You don't even have to speak the rest of the questions. They just exist in our consciousness, in our subconsciousness, actually. And then this line where he starts the same, and then it goes down, 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 down. Setting it against the words. This brave new world underneath a clear blue sky. We feel like we ought to be rising, but instead we're descending. And it's a really great little juxtaposition of ideas and concepts. All right, let's go on.
New world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky.
Now this sky.
Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? The flames are all long gone, but the pain lingers on. Goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye, blue sky. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Interesting. The music has this sort of motion to it, carrying on, like it's a current that's flowing and there's no way to escape it. Well, do we even know we need to escape it? Because it's a rather pleasant current. It's not like some flood that's been let loose and we feel like we're drowning. It's just we're being carried on by the current. I suppose that is probably representing the current of life that carries us on, and there's no particular awareness that it ought to be resisted, or we're just going with it. And riding along wherever it takes us. Musically, it does a really nice job of that. This ending, where the voices came in, it sounded a bit like an airport setting. I I don't know if I'm understanding that correctly, and I see it was cut off, so obviously it goes on next, but I kind of felt like I was hearing the sort of announcements that you might find in an airport. Okay. Is there anything else that I have to say at this point? Really, the thing that stood out to me was this sense of current and flow and motion, and it was moving rather quickly. So I guess that's the biggest first musical impression that I got from this piece. So let's go on and see what comes next. This was number 7, Goodbye Blue Sky. I guess I didn't feel like we had lost sight of the blue sky yet. Maybe we were waving goodbye, but it's still there. So I don't know what's coming next. Let's find out.